The old chestnuts that roll out. Who surprised you over summer? Is there anyone that we can expect to see step up a little bit?
Yeah, I think a young player by the name of Carl Amon has had a really good pre-season. Left footer, really smooth mover through the midfield. Plays a bit half forward, midfield. He's had a really strong pre-season, second-year player. So you'd expect him to stand out in the NAB Cup. You guys will get a look at him through that period, and I think he'll push for selection during the year.
What about Sam Colquhoun? Kane, obviously a player that many have likened to you. Is he someone you would look to work with a bit this season?
Yeah, he's got a lot of time for him. He finds a lot of the ball, so really smart footballer, uses it really well. You're sort of traditional footballer with good outside speed and good skill. So, it's been slow for him. Any young player that comes back from a knee reconstruction, you tend to be quite conservative with him, Tommy. So the club's done that. I think we'll see him play, 1 or 2 NAB Cup games.
What have you made of Cracker in his sort of second stint at the club?
Yeah, similar to Crack. He come off a couple of injuries, so we're just getting him up to full match play now. So he's joined in with the whole group. We'll play him across half back. Really good user of the footy, and any time you can get smart half backs that use the footy well, they fit in quite nicely. So I'm sure he'll also get an opportunity throughout the NAB Cup.
So is he the same old guy, psychologically as well? Is he a different sort of person now? Or?
I wouldn't say he's different. Same guy, really good character, fitted in like he never left. So we welcomed him back. We think he's been training really well. He's been working hard. His body's in good condition. He looks after himself, and he's probably a little bit more professional than what he was when he left. So I think he's understanding what it takes to play AFL footy now, and he's treating this opportunity as his last and trying to make the most of it.
Okay, what are the teams and your aspirations this year? What are you hoping to achieve?
We'll just go as far as we can. It's really hard to make a call on that right now. I think we're in February, so I think the main goal for the side is just to get up and running and prepare ourselves as best we can for round 1. I think it's a little bit risky to look too far ahead, so we'll just focus on getting primed for round 1.
And personally, do you go into this year thinking it might be your last, or where does that sit with you?
I've probably gone into the last 5 seasons thinking it's going to be my last, so it's probably no different.
You've had Vossi for a few months now. What's it been like learning from him?
It's been a great experience. He brings that real aura about him. I played against him and had so much respect for what he did on the field. But to see the work he's doing with our leadership group, I think Trav and the boys are learning a lot from him in that respect. And also the stuff with inside the midfield and just the fundamentals of playing that midfield position. So it's like he's been here the whole time. He's been a great replacement for Phil.
And Hoff as well, talking about moving to the midfield. What are your thoughts on that?
He's got about 8 blokes he's got to get in front of first. So I'm not quite sure who he thinks he's going to kick out of the midfield if he wants to get in there. But he's got a lot of options through there. He's always been a flexible player. We've seen him go behind the ball. We've seen him play forward and play on the wing. So it's probably no different for him. He plays wherever he's told.
And Kane, I think Jackson Trengo, who's floating around, looks like he's recovering pretty well from his injury.
Saw him running today. He's assuring us he'll be right for round 1. The thing about Jackson, he's got a great history of coming off long-term injuries and then fitting straight in and playing some really good footy. So if he puts his hand up for round 1, he'd be pretty confident that he can perform.
What are your thoughts on the changes with the NAB Cup, the extra umpire, having 4 umpires? Is that too many?
I didn't even know about it, Andrew, so I'm not too sure. I'm a bit blindsided by your question, but that probably shows how much I focus on the rules. Probably just focus on trying to get a kick rather than how many umpires are out there, but from a player's point of view, we probably won't even notice.
And I know you're not playing Essendon, but have you got thoughts on them using top-up players, and one, whether that's good, and 2, the opportunities that those guys might get to push their cases for a career? Yeah,
look, I've got no issue with it, to be honest. If I was one of those players in that position, I'd welcome the opportunity to get back to AFL level and show what I could do. So I think it's a great opportunity for the players that have got the call-up.
Sometimes just an opportunity like that can actually turn a player's career around. Just for an example, like Trenko or whatever, can they use this opportunity to, as you said, save their careers? Well,
I think that's what they'd be using it for. I think we've seen countless examples of players throughout their early to mid-20s that have got a second chance at AFL level. We're seeing a lot more of that. So there's no reason if they perform well, then you get spotted by all the different AFL clubs, you get a second chance. So I'm sure that's how they're treating it.